hello. We're back again. It's Sunday. And it's Jan's Island. 2011. And we're going to feed the dog. Because we haven't... I can't remember the last time we actually started one of these on a Sunday and actually fed the dog. Because we did do that on either a Saturday or a Sunday. We're going to give the dog a... There we go. Alternate between feeding the dog and giving the dog a good belly rub. Why not, indeed? So we are going to go and try and find Jerkwaffle. Hello, where is Jerkwaffle? Are you Jerkwaffle? How is that even possible? Oh, where did Jerkwaffle go? Is that Jerkwaffle again? It is. So we're going to take Jerkwaffle for a little run. Well, it looks like our water points have been installed, so we might need to go around and take care of those. Why is the one for the cows not done? Did I not order it? I thought I did. We'll check on that. We'll check on that in just a moment. So yeah, so we're going to take Jerkwaffle for it. So we've got 4 horses that, and we're kind of 4:30 in the afternoon. So we've got 4 horses that need to be ridden, and we've got a bunch of stuff to do. And the chances are we're going to have to kind of speed through the night or sleep through the night. So I want to get the horse exercising done. So there will be 4 horses. I'm going to try and intersperse it with other things. Because why not? So yeah, there's plenty of other things. Jerkwaffle. Just like all the other waffles, but he's a jerk. Jerkwaffle. And no prizes for guessing who named Jerkwaffle. In fact, I think this is the second Jerkwaffle, so really no prizes for guessing. Because at that point, you're just guessing who has channel points and gets their way by using channel points. Let's go. Da 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 da. Jerkwaffle. He's a jerk, but he's still a horse. Jerkwaffle. So there we are. One way to start things off. Nice and slow. I haven't gotten anywhere near as much done as I wanted to get done in between streams. Because of course this is the penultimate stream before we have the launch of Farm Sim 22. As I say, it doesn't mean that I'm going to automatically stop playing this save game, because I quite like it. I've still got some things that I want to try maybe and do. Oh, Jerkwaffle. Head back to the stable. Hopefully for our... Doubt you can see the little writing at the top there. We've got 4 minutes and 5 minutes that we've got to do. This one's only a brand new horse, so really does need to be done. Jerk waffle. So for everyone on YouTube, they'll be kind of tuned out by now. This is not the most entertaining of stuffs. What I may do, just to aid me, is to get the other horses out of the so we can tab to them as and when we get in between things. So that's Jack Waffle done. That is Ponton. Out of the yard. This is something I do where I'm sometimes when I'm up against the time. No, we don't want that one. We want this one. Scroll down. So we want Turk and Odyssey and the Purple People Eater. So Turk, Odyssey, Purple People Eater. So, are you Turk? No, you're Olympus. Are you Turk? No, you're bend over. Are you Turk? Hopefully. Yes, you are Turk. Okay, so... And then we want to find the Purple People Eater. This one hopefully will be... No, that's Odyssey. We want to find the other one of those. That's Baby Brew. That's the Purple People Eater. That's one of the ones we want. And obviously, in reality, we'd have them tied up somewhere. Just so we knew who was who. Let's go and see if this one is... No, that's Spoon. We are looking for Turk. That's Baby Brew. That's Odyssey. That's still Spoon. That's still bend over. Come on. Let's see if we can find... Oh, Turk is already out. So I am looking for Odyssey. I got my names confuzzled. Who would have thought that was possible? Okay. So we have 4 more horses left to ride. And food-wise, pigs are doing okay, chickens are okay, cows are okay, sheep are good, horses are okay. Excellent. So let's get on to the next thing. So let's go and fill up our fertilizer and see if we can finish fertilizing our fields. So we won't be absolutely filled, but we're going to zoom out all the way from the whiny tractor because reasons. Reasons of raisins and raisins of reasons. So we're going to check if we've got on a growth stage. And the answer is yes. So we want to I'm just going to use the... No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm not going to do that. I am going to use the... I am going to use this, but we're going to do set A. We're going to use set A plus heading, and heading is 270. 270. Set A. $270. Thank you very much. And then we're going to auto width it because we can. Oh, no, that's the wrong. So we're going to bring that out. Like so. So that we can then go back and we'll use our magnificent no! Use our magnificent GPS. That's the word. Our magnificent GPS. Don't trust this. With fertilizer, I don't trust using the courseplay workers because it does end up with a little bit of wastage, and I want to try and avoid that. We have a lot of missions. I've taken every fertilizing mission that exists on the map right now, and that's a lot. So, and we've got to do the second stage fertilization on all of our own fields. So there's a little bit of spreading fertilizer to do. Just a switch. So. La 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 la. And one of the biggest fields is Dare's field. So field 22 is one of the ones that we have. So I'm going to take this off course. Says the goops. Now just going to zoom out just a smidge, just to get us to this point here. So we can avoid overdoing too much. Just like that. It's magic, magic. There we go. Really? Why has it not updated that bit? That's interesting. Oh, maybe that bit wasn't done. That's why it's only gone to first stage fertilization. That's okay. And I'm talking about this bit here. When I say that. Because of course you're not in my head, so you don't know what I'm looking at. And if you're in my head, then get out. So it's not a safe place. It really is not a safe place. Oh dear. Whoop, 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 whoop. So we've got plenty of field stuff to do. We don't need the the achievement for fertilizing. We've already got that. What we are trying to get to is harvested hectares. So hopefully we'll be fast forwarding through the day and harvesting one of these fields, or more than one of these fields, and getting our harvesting achievement for 100 hectares. And then subsequent to that, next week, hopefully we will get the cultivated and sown. So that's the plan. So there we are. Do 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 do. If that makes sense, then well done. We've also got to get the breeding achievements for sheep and cows. And we have that going. We've already got it for chickens and pigs. So it's going fairly well. Every 2 days we're getting cows. And yeah, every 2 days we're getting sheep. So I may need to push some time forward. We may not actually fully make that on this particular save game, so I might have to do another save game, and I said this last week, I might have to do another save game and do that elsewhere. There we are. So we're doing okay. Just a little bit more to do. Then we'll be moving on to field 23, I think, because those are both grass fields. Oh, we could do field 2. Field 2's got soybeans on it. It needs lime, though, so we're going to have a small deficit. Because I didn't see that before we seeded. So I think we're going to get to this point here. There we go, that's a bit better. It's just steering far too wildly there. So, such fun, such games. Up, 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 up. Then we've got a little bit to do either side of the field. I'm not aiming for perfection, I'm just looking to fertilize the most of it without going into the little teeny tiny corners. I only things that have got a full width to it as much as possible. When we get to like this, I'm not going to continue much beyond there because reasons of raisins. Most of it will have had at least one coat of fertilizer. And that's good enough for me for now. So let's go over to field 2. Let's go over to field 2. And we're going to do much the same. Except it's a much smaller field. Just going to align it to the edge. There we go. Well, I say align it to the edge. We've missed it slightly, but there we go. So and you might be able to see across the way the trees that we've cut down. A lot of them have been trimmed down, ready for transport. So we'll have a look at some of that as well, because there is actually a high demand for wood chips, believe it or not. So we might see if we can take advantage of that price, and if it's still on by the time we get there, which theoretically it should be, but it depends on what time of day it's running to. So these two fields are on heading 270. I think field 23 is on heading of 180. Or is it 090? Maybe it's on this. Maybe it's on this? I don't know. Looks like it could be. Because of course 270, and if I don't completely miss turning, 090 are the opposite directions. It's the 180-degree thing. Haha! For those of you that couldn't be bothered to remember that stuff. Or could, and you just don't care. It's entirely up to you. So and there we go. Last pass for this field. So we're gonna take one of the horses. So we're gonna it'll take us 5 minutes to ride a horse around, so we'll tab to one of those and get one of those done. Because by the time it gets to like 7-8 PM in-game, so up there, it's just too dark. And I do want to try and get through. I want to actually try and speed through the night if I can. So once we've got these fields done, let's see if we can get to a horse. Here we are. Pronton. Okay, there we go. Let's go for a ride. Oh, this one has got its riding time already. Is this the one that I took out already? Dang it. Why have I got this one? I brought it out by mistake. I am a silly fad. So let's wash. Or dry. Brush, not wash. You, let's brush you. So that's the two horses that have been out brushed. Let's take Turk. This one actually does need to be out. So how has everybody's weekend been? It's obviously Sunday afternoon again. We're all kind of chilling out here. Well, I say we're all chilling out here. Those of us that are chilling out here are chilling out here. Be heading to Dare's stream after this for a taste of Petit France. Yeah, should be interesting. Hopefully it's been a relaxing one. I haven't done everything that I was planning to do this weekend because I had to cut the Farm Simulator 19 stream for Tractoring to 22 short. So I've still got to catch up on that. So that'll be taking place this week sometime. Probably on Wednesday, and I'll move the... Yeah, probably on Wednesday. Because the Farm Sim 20 stream is already on for Friday. So Squirrely's playing Minecraft with the monster again. Excellent, excellent. I trust the monster is enjoying the Minecraftiness. To quote our Nascentia from ages past. La 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 la. She's catching on pretty good. Excellent, excellent. It's always good when you can get the kids involved, and then you kind of you can have some common ground with them. When I've been over at my my parents' house and all with my niece and all, she plays Minecraft, so it's like having and Among Us and things like that. So it's like having it's like you're speaking a foreign language because no one else understands. But it's good fun though. So we're gonna go for a nice little run with this one. Bom 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 bom. And here we go. Probably could have gone a little bit further. Cornering on these horses is really not good. Well, not at high speed. They don't have anti-lock braking either. The safety systems are just appalling on these horses. But the one advantage they do have is they don't run on petrol. Hee. So you can see the two, can't remember who I got rid of those last time. The two trees from there are definitely gone, which is good. I wonder if instead of brushing we'd be able to use the pressure washer on the horses. That's just a theoretical idea for kind of in-game, not for anything actually real world, because that would just be too monumentally stupid for words to do in real life. I mean, by all means, get a hose and kind of wash them down, but definitely not a pressure washer. So we're going to pop you back in. And we're going to try and find you, and that's you. So we've brushed you clean. Excellentages. I'm going to go over here and order the... I thought I'd already ordered it. I don't know why. Okay, so I have. They just haven't come for doing it yet. Okay, so that's fine. Whereas it is here for the horses, so we'll figure it out. I think I already have figured it out for the horses. There we go. Excellent. So let's go back to our... Not that one. That one! Yay! Let's go field 23, folks. Field 23. As quick as can be. Okay. So it's much of muchness. We got as much movement to do either way as the other, so... There we are. Go. I've got my little leg stool up, so it's just adjusting to be comfortable. So we've got field 23, and then we've got field 20, which is ours. And once we've done those, we can crack on with the fertilizing missions. We can actually even save those till tomorrow. We just need to really get the horses exercised. Because we're not going to start field 22 and Dare's one until the morning. So there might be a few small ones that we take on. There we go. Ba, ba, ba. Da, 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 da. So. This will... Obviously, that's... I think that's oats or wheat, is it? It's wheat. Okay, wheat for the chickens. The rest of it is all soybeans, with the intention of just filling up our stockpiles and then selling. So first time we're actually doing cash crop for a long time, because we've been doing crops to fill the stores for our feed for our animals. So... So aside from the kind of crops that we've been harvesting for other people, we haven't actually been selling any crops. And I use that as a deliberate waste there just to slow things down and get it on the right course. Because why not? So... we'll get this field done. We'll do another horse. Then we'll get field 20 done, which is going to be the other course to this. So instead of 090, it'll be 000, which is course 180 also, obviously. So there we go. North, south, east, west, really, effectively. Who would have thought the fields would align that way? There we are. Okay. And I'm going to check this next one. If it's halfway or more than halfway, I'm going to do it. If it's not, then I'm going to leave it, basically. Not accepting less than 50% efficiency of using our fertilizer. Even on our own fields. Do. Do. So, whoop whoop, says the cops. It is just on the halfway mark, so we will do it. Well, it's just over the halfway mark, so we will do it. It's of a sufficient meritable amount, in my opinion. So. Deliver this tractor around to field 20, and then we're going to go and horse around again. Do. We're going to go when we get back. I'm going to use a nice little GPS trick. Okay. Go to a horse, please. We're going to go with the purple people eater. And we're going to go this way instead. Turn around. There we go. And we're going to go. Go. Plenty of grass field, so there's no harm in running across that, really. Don't know if that's a harvested field or if that's a growing field, so we're going to avoid it. Looks like it's a growing field, so we don't want to trample on that. I don't always care about those things. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Depends on my mood. Excuse me. Back to the road. Flippity clop. Out past the milk, not the dairy factory. Ooh. Little ride past of our orchard area. Which I think is making us a handsome amount of money. See the water sprays going there. They do that a couple of times a day just to keep everything watered. They're still putting the plumbing in for the water point for the eggs, which will be good. So yeah, so you can see along the side of the road here that we've got the trees that I've chopped down into bits that are ready to take on the lorry. I have already delivered one tipper load of wood chips up to our hay dryer, which is up round here. Up round the back of this lot. And that's been most of the smaller limbs and the stuff that I could carry by hand is what I've used for that. So whilst we've still got the time, just go around the back here and I'll show you. Yeah, that's our grass storage and that's our hay dryer right there in case you hadn't seen it. Takes wood chips and grass and produces hay. I have no idea if such things exist in the real world. But in this little world, they do. And I'm okay with that. Okay, so... we are going to rush the purple people eater. And then we're going to... should we take a horse out to... we'll take a horse out to the field, and then we'll bring it back when we're done. I think... let's take the horse to get ourselves out there. Just because, you know, seems like a fun idea. And if it's a halfway there, halfway back, it means we get a good efficiency. So that's the word I'm looking for. Bop, 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 bop. What I may do is go up through the mountain pass, which should be a more efficient route, theoretically. Might be a little bit easier on a horse. Because we're going to go basically straight over here. Probably shouldn't, but we are. Not doing the... We're going to go off-road. We're not going to do the traditional loopy-loopy. Because we can do it this way. Ta-da! Here we are, about 2.5 minutes in. And we're where we want to be. That's working out great. So we're going to leave our horse there. You stay there. And now we're going to do the GPS trick. So the GPS trick is we're going to go in here and we're going to rotate it by 90 degrees. Ta-da! As if by magic. So there we are. There we go. I think there is a little snidge on the other side of the field that doesn't get any fertilizer at all. And that's a shame. But once this is done, we can finish our horse riding and sleep through the night, or fast forward through the night. And then we should be in business for harvesting, and I can deal with the fertilizing at any point of time. Or I can set a worker doing the harvesting whilst we do fertilizing missions. It's all up for grabs. There's always just so much to do on this farm. So as usual, it's more up and down the field simulator. Dee 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 dee. Okie dokie. We've got plenty of fertilizer, so that's not at issue. Oh, let me just adjust. Okay. So there we go. More fertilization. So fertilizer and horses so far. It will get will get more interesting. Like I said, if we can get that harvesting, get the harvester out, that'll be good. Guess the only question is where to go first. I think we go with soybeans first. And we'll need to stage equipment for that. So we'll stage the equipment for that before we kind of skip the night. Because we can't do the night skipping until after 7 PM, I don't think. So obviously at the moment we're only on 1 speed, but we'll jack that up when we need to. Or we'll thread it up. We don't really mind. We could even gem it up. No worry about which name you use. We're gonna move it forward. Ba ba da ba. Da 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 da. Whoop whoop. Says the goops. There we go. I do like using the GPS just to kind of get the efficiency right in terms of spreading this, so we're not overlaying. I could do it manually, but it's not anywhere near as efficient as this. And I'm okay with that. Technology's supposed to be making stuff easier. We'll try it in cab for a little bit. I don't think I've tried fertilizer in cab. Actually, no, it's not a good idea because I won't see when it gets to the end. So, as much as I like the idea, I'm not sold on actually making a success of it. I actually have 2 different growth stages on this field. Just for reasons. Of reasons. So. We might actually have a look and see if we can set the Challenger up and do a seeding mission again. Because the Challenger is good for those. And the seeder we've got is awesome. Can seed practically everything except for potatoes. So, that's good. Okay. Do 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 do. So this is the job. Do do do. Actually, that's something we need to check. The mirrors obviously aren't working, but I'm sure in 17 they did on the base game maps. So I need to check if they do on the base game maps on 19. La 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 la. Oh, there's the radio. Dare Tibbers, fat man. No, he's not there. He did not answer us. Although he'll have plenty to say when we go over there in about an hour. So he's always got plenty to say. And actually, that is the book that Dare was talking about last week on his stream. It arrived yesterday, I think it was. So I haven't even opened it up, but if I open it up, it's just that. You can see that Geography of Time. So it is a used book, because why not? There's nothing wrong with used things. It's actually in really good quality. Someone's taking care of it. And it's, yeah. Interesting. I'm interested in the topic. The Temporal Misadventures of a Social Psychologist. Or how every culture keeps time just a little bit differently. It's just interesting how people perceive time, how they track time. Yeah. When I spoke to Das last week, and she was saying, I'd send you this copy, but Dara has it on the bookshelf, and that means it's a keeper. Which is good. You have things that you permanently add to your library. You have things that you kind of read and move on from. La 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 la. So you got another 2 passes after this, I think. Excuse me again. That's drinking that fizzy stuff. It really isn't very good. Well, it's good, but it isn't very good for kind of not making you make noises. So there we are. So you guys don't normally see this time of day on the map, because I tend to kind of get to like middle of the afternoon or middle of the day, and then it's a whole bunch of stuff done off screen, and then it's, hey, it's the morning. It's happened on a few occasions, but there we go. What we may need to do is we may need to see if we can sell some things from some of our factories to make some money. I think we'll do that next time. I'm not sure we'll have time for it today, but I'll try and get that lined up, prepared. Like I say, the main focus is to kind of try and get those last few fieldwork achievements, which is the harvesting, the cultivating, and the seeding. 100 hectares. I saw Brew's achievements on Steam. He's got the wool breeding, the wool commander, the sheep breeding achievement. So well done, Brew. I think that's, like I said, there's a bunch of us working towards getting those final achievements done before we kind of move over to 22. So in between work and family and all the other things we do in our lives. Da, da, da. There we go. Right. So one more pass down the field. We'll take the horse back. And then there's 2 more horses to kind of go, I think. There we go. And there's just that little edge on the side that doesn't get anything because it's unloved and underappreciated. Or mostly just because it doesn't line up with the GPS and it's a very, very thin strip. Well, not the GPS, but the width of the tractor. Width of the spray. Of the thing. Yes, that's the width. So, it doesn't line up. Oh, and I didn't tune back in for the carnage yesterday. There was scheduled carnage. I believe Dare 1G and Wolfman were going to be playing Wreckfest. I think we've got Serenar helping Dare this week on Petit France, so... So we're going to finish up this field, which is good. Just going to leave that there and run back to our course. Then we'll head on back. We'll stage the equipment, we'll do the next horse. We'll stage some of the equipment, depending upon what... Don't run into a tree. Watch out for that tree. Horses don't like to run into trees. Bum 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 bada bum bum bum. Take the slightly less crazy route. Slightly less, I said, not entirely not uncrazy. We don't do uncrazy. Oh, there we go. Stretch out my legs. Oh. Ba, 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 ba. Go down here, just for good measure. I'll thread through here. Because why not? Should we jump this person? Oh, there we go. Clear and free. Didn't even know we were there. So we get this one in. I'm going to do my other little trick. Let me get back. So the other thing you either need to do when you kind of get these back is either you need to know which one you've just ridden to clean it, or you need to know which ones are next. So what I tend to do is I jump into here and I have a look at where the ones of the same colour are. Then I kind of jump off and I can see that one's still there, so it should be this one. Aha! So there we go. So we've still got... Oh. We've got some equipment to stage, so let's go and... stage our equipment. This being the primary piece of equipment. The harvesterizer. We're going to stage it at field... I'm going to go with field 23 first. We're going to come back and do field 2 last, I think. Field 23 first, field 20 second. Then field 2. Didn't mean to press X, the second key there. I meant to press X for doing it. There we go. Okay, staged. So let's have a look at how many horses we have left. Do we have one, or we have no horses left? We have done our horses. Yay! All horses 100%. So let's go get this. And we're going to get the tipper. So we're going to get our nice big tipper. Okay, and we're going to have a look at the missions. Fertilizing. There's no seeding missions, but there's all fertilizing missions. So the challenger's not going to be in work for that. But we might just, whilst we're waiting for 7 o'clock to roll round, I've increased it to 5 speed. We may just try and take some of these bits over to the sawmill. Do. Trying to stay on my mouse mat while I'm doing this is a challenge. La 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 la. Wow. This is going actually pretty well. I've said that now, so I'm going to ruin it. My mouse mat keeps moving, which is always helpful. But so far, so good. You know what, I might leave that bit and actually pick up the other bits of the same configuration and just use that and make wood chips, because we've got the wood chips. Great demand. Oh, I didn't strap them down. There we go. Pretend that I did that before we moved off. Just pretend. It's okay. You don't need to tell anyone. Obviously, we are still leasing this piece of equipment, but it's proving to be very useful, even if it's just in getting rid of these bits of tree. There, this edges of the boom arm by the looks of it, but we'll get it. Okay, we'll strap that all down. And off we go. If we're lucky, this might be about 4,000. Which is not bad for like a couple of minutes work. Face tree. Obviously, having kind of chopped it down in those ways, that as the kind of the price of the logs depends on how straight they are. So they're as straight as I could get them to be, realistically, given that the trees are massively twisted. Oh, 6,287. That's a nice result. I'm happy with that. I am happy with that. Means that I will continue to cut the trees in that way when we do them. So we're going to leave that one there. We don't need you. We don't need you. We don't need you, but you can go back to the what's it from here. So we're going to get ourselves to 7 PM, because I'm pretty sure we can't before 7. It's either 7 or 7:30. Now, I've said it's one of those two, so it'll be the later one of the two, won't it, really? Just to frustrate and erode my hopes of life and liberty, as it were. Hello, Piggles! Hello, Piggles! Hello, Piggles, 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 Piggles. Oh, dear. I guess we could look at the population of pigs, because we've got a fair amount there now, so we probably could take some of those. Probably could take a trailer load of each and sell them. We could do that. We could do that. In the meantime, though, let's see if we can sleep for 11 hours. Sleep! So we've got loan interest taken off. Property income, not quite equaling the loan interest. We've got vehicle leasing costs and property maintenance costs, which is okay. So all in all, we're about balanced, but we've got to make some money. So let's see how our fields are doing. I'm going to worry about the animals at a slightly later time. So our fields are ready. So we're going to get started. Early morning. Oh, well, our fields are ready aside from that bit on field 20, which will still take some time. So I'm going to leave it on 5 times speed so that hopefully will catch up and get done. I'm going to do this manually. I'm not going to use the GPS just because it doesn't matter. We're not doing any rows of straw or anything because it's soybeans. So harvesting time, and we're looking for, we're looking to try and get 18 hectares. I'm hoping we're going to get there. Not sure we get all 18 hectares in the next 40 minutes, but there we go. If we do, then I'll probably plant oilseed radish on these, because then we'll get the seeding and then we'll get the cultivating by not having to do another harvest. So that's my thinking. May not be the sharpest thinking in the book, but it's thinking. And I said then I've just got to sort out animals. La 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 la. So that counts as 0.35 of a hectare. No! We need more. But we do have a couple of large fields in the form of 20 and 27, 28. So we'll see how we do. See how we do. We can only do what we can do. What we might end up doing is, if I'm close but not quite close enough, I might buy another field that's ready to harvest, or that when it's ready to harvest, so that we can kind of take advantage of that. La 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 la. That's another thought. If you bought a field and changed the shape of the field and then sold it back to somebody, well, would they do the new shape of the field? Do you think? I don't think I've ever tried that, and my brain just asks the question. So I'm gonna need to find out at some point. Curse you, brain! La 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 la. Oh, and the other achievements I'd need to make, other money achievements. I have technically got it, but I think that's because of an XML edit, so I need to get the 10 million in the bank achievement. Because I kind of got that by default. So I edited some XML to do some testing. Not for the purpose of getting that achievement. I didn't know I was going to do that, but it did. So I don't feel I honestly have it. Even though I do kind of have it on Steam, so I don't consider it legitimate, and I can't actually undo it. So I just have to work until I have it for real. Or would have had it for real. So how are we doing now? 0.95 of a hectare. It's not the greatest in the world, but we'll see. Gonna unload at the end of this pass. So this field's going to be about 2 hectares, I think, by the looks of it. Or a little bit more than 2, but about that. To 2.3, I'm guessing. I might have a look and see if I can get the stats up on it in a minute when we jump out the cab to go and get the tipper. So we're moving forward, always moving forward. So we've got rain on. Hopefully it's not rain on the way. Where's the... I thought we had weather somewhere. Apparently not. Maybe I'm just misremembering. There we go. So let's have a look. Oh, 2.83 hectares. Okay. I was a smidge off by half a hectare. Blah, 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 blah. Turn the lights off now. It's 7 o'clock in the morning. Right. And away we go again. More harvesterizing. More soybeans, either for the pigs or for selling. That's it. I think we've got a fair amount already stashed. I think last time I put a bunch in the actual pigs' pens, and then we had a little bit left over to put in storage. So I'm not expecting much to go in the pig pen this time. Particularly not if we do... Before we do that, we sell the 6 pigs from each species, or each variety. I think it's 6 that we can fit into the trader at one time, so we'll make some trips for that. I'm going to try and do one of those trips before we kind of finish. So maybe once we do this field, I'll do one of those. Just so that we can have some more time before the next field, because the next field is still not quite ready on that bit. So then we are almost at 85 hectares. Well, we're at 84 hectares, so let's see how big of a field. Yeah, see how big of a field we've got, whether or not we're going to make the achievement or not. So I think field 2 is another kind of 2.2-ish, 2 point something hectare field. So let's say we'll finish this field. I'm going to check the size of the fields just to see if we're likely to make up to the achievement. Which, like I said, if we don't get to doing that, I will do that between now and next week, and I'll do the cultivating and sow with oilseed radish. So we'll probably have those achievements in the bag by then. Just simply because. That's assuming, because I've got a bunch of university work that I've got to do this week as well, so I have an assignment due on Thursday, so that'll be fun. Ba, ba, ba. Okay. So I think there's going to be just a smidge more than one more path. Swath or pass or whatever the word is I'm trying to use. There's a smidge more than one width left, in my opinion. There we go, 84.45. And the reason I'm going to do the pigs as well before we kind of close, because I'm going to do the other. I'm going to do one, and then I'm going to do the other 3 varieties off screen. Try and build up some money, maybe pay down $500,000 of the 1.5 mil loan that we've got, or maybe we'll keep it in the bank and we'll use it to buy something next stream. Anything's a possibility. I am going to do my usual of going along the outer edge, lining to the outer edge, and then coming back to do whatever remains. Because, like I said, it's not quite. I knew it wasn't going to be quite enough. But that's okay. That is perfectly okay. Ba, 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 ba. And after this, I've got to kind of go and get myself some noms. Don't even know what to have. Did I order croquet potatoes? I think I might have ordered croquet potatoes. So I might have steak and croquet potatoes. It's a possibility. It's a distinct possibility, but it's a possibility nonetheless. How are we doing on the other field? The other field is still not ready yet. Even though we do continue at 5 speed. So. Okay, let's get this last little bit done. Because it all counts. And which tractor am I going to take for the animals? I think it's going to have to be the purple tractor. The Lin track. Because it's probably the closest. Closest and fastest for that particular mission. I haven't actually sold pigs on any save game. I've never bred them, so this will be an interesting one. I don't know how much we get for them. And obviously we've done that a number of times with the horses, but I've never done it with the pigs. But like I said, I think the trailer we have will take 6 pigs, I think. We're about to find out. But we're going to tab around and see the size of the other fields as well, just to see what we've got left, see if we're going to get the achievement or if we need to do something else. Because obviously this makes a difference. Okay, so that one has got us up to 85 hectares. So if we go through to yeah, this one's the closest for that. So this field is 8.44 hectares. So that'll get us a good amount of the way. If we then go visit the horse paddock, we can run down and see how big this field is. Because if this field is about 8 hectares as well, then we're basically good for harvesting. The land area is 16 hectares. The field is 2.65, no, 0.93. That's a bit disappointing. What about field 2? It's very disappointing, actually. We may end up, as a final act of defiance, buying Dare's mega field. Just to get the achievement. Maybe. So that's about 3 hectares over there. This is 1.6. So let's go back to this one. I may have misread this one. I may have misread this one. I may have looked at the wrong number. So yeah. Oh no, it is the correct. I did look at 8.41. That's the correct amount. Let's go and look at Dare's. See what Dare's is. I think Dare's is even more. There we go. Now we'll get to know. 11.37. So that's a potential plan. So that's going canola. So it's a plan that we may well We'll do the fertilizing mission on that, and we'll do the second fertilizing mission on that to make sure it's double fertilized. And we might actually buy it just in time to harvest it. Okay, so next up, we want to go back to our purple tractor. No, not you. We want you. And we're going to go and move some pigs. I think our animal truck is up here. Our animal trailer is up here. Fairly sure. There it is. Right where I thought it would be. I know we were to take 6 cows, I think. Or was it less cows? Yeah, no, I think it was 6 cows. So maybe it's more than that with pigs. If it's 8, we'll take 4 of each. And I'll do 2 different varieties. And yeah, so you get the idea. We're not going to reduce them heavily below 20 of each type of pig, is what I'm saying. And I think we need to be... Do we need to be... here or around the other side? Let's go and check. No, we can't do it there. I didn't think we could, because that's the straw input. Unfortunately, the hatched area for pigs is not really well defined, but it's actually here. Okay, so... black and white. Black and white, black and white. Black and white. Black and white. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we can move more than 6. So how many more than 6 can we move? White, white, white. 2. So it is, we're going to do the 4. Like I said, 4 of each. No, the livestock trailer is not full. You are lying. You are a liar. Three, four, five, six, seven, 8. Oh, it can take 9. Well, we're going to go with 8. We're going to go with 8. Confirm. Let's go and see how... Well, we should get 1,000 for each of them. So it's not horrendously... Not horrendous money, but it's still money. And we don't have to pay the fee for the transportation because we're doing it ourselves. Wonder how that other field's doing. Still not there. Which means we're going to keep it on 5 times speed for the moment. And based on the field sizes, I think we'll be just shy of the harvesting achievement. Hey, Piglet! Yeah, farming's doing okay, thank you. We've gone forward a day, we've fertilized, and we've moved forward the day, we've started harvesting. Oh, and I'm going entirely past the animal dealer. We're just selling some pigs. And then actually it'd be nearly time to raid out, so we're going to we're going to get £8,000 worth of pigs sold. Oh, actually, do we have any horses to sell? I have to check that as well in a minute. So we may have some horses that are of saleable value. We might get that done as well, which would be good. So we're going to get the other 2 varieties of pigs. So we've done black and white and white. We're going to do the black and pink next. Still just before 9 o'clock in the morning, game time. Oh, excuse me. So that'll be 16 grand from pigs, which is not bad. All we've been doing is feed them. They've done the rest. So how are you today, Piglet? I hope you're doing well. There we are. Let's park in again here. And okay, confirm. And away we go. Oh, before we do, I'm just going to turn this way. And we'll just refuel. There we go. Whilst we're in the vicinity of the Thunder Creek, we'll take a little fuel. Oh, good chilling farming. Nice, nice. It's a good thing to do on a Sunday afternoon. Let's chill out on the farm. So we're gonna do this. Like I said, then I'm gonna check out just harvested this field, so I'm gonna drive across it because we can. Whilst we're doing that, I'm just gonna check out looks like there's no horses that are ready for sale. So we don't have that to worry about. That's good. Ba, ba, ba. Okay. Bum, 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 bum. £8,000. Thank you very much. I'm sure if we had the factory to turn them into sausage meat, we'd probably make more out of it, but I'm not that heavily worried about it. So I'm going to take this along here. I'm going to actually jump out and jump into the tractor with the tipper on it. Go and collect the grain from this harvester before we relocate, ready for field 20. Then I'm probably going to get the Challenger out and get it cultivating this. I really do, in order to kind of try and get these achievements, I want to try and keep the fields working as much as possible. Which means there's going to be a bunch of stuff going off between now and next week, but it's all the same. I won't be buying any new equipment or anything, so... Because we've got all the big equipment now. So... Whilst we're just offloading this, I'm going to check the map. Still has not ripened fully. This is obviously good because it's harvested, so let's jump in the Challenger. And go get our big old honking cultivator. Or should we... Oh, we just take the medium-sized honking cultivator. Well, not medium-sized, but the big but not stupendously big. We'll take this one. I can't be bothered to maneuver around to get the other one. So... Let's get you this out the way. We'll kind of park it up. Size matters. It does indeed, Piglet. It does indeed. So we're going to course generate on field 23. There we go. So I'm going to drive this away. I'm going to leave the header on the front. Brew would be going crazy. It's okay. It's not okay that Brew would be going crazy, but it's just okay that we're doing this because it's not the end of the world. It really isn't. It really isn't. I'll leave that one doing its business. So a half full of soybeans. I'm not going to worry about going and tipping them in between fields because I really don't care enough. take this over and get it over to field 20, which is still waiting for a growth tick to get that next lot of the field ready. So I have a dog now joining me. Let's get this where it needs to go. I think once we've got this staged, that will be it for today. So there's no more pigs to sell because we've sold the pigs. There's no horses to sell, but we'll just go through that. There's plenty of harvesting still to do. And then there's going to be cultivating and planting of oilseed radish and cultivating again. And however much of that gets done, gets done. I don't know how much that will be. We're going to be very close, but not quite there on the harvesting achievement, I think. So there we go. So that's us staged. So what was I gonna do? I was gonna do something, wasn't I? Oh yeah, I was gonna do this. So just gonna look through. So pigs, we're down to, oh wow. We sold them. That must have sold them at the same time that they were breeding, I guess. So we sold 4. I thought they were at 26. But that's fine. So we've still got plenty of pigs left. Nothing problematic there, really. Plenty of chickens. I'm not sure if they've reached a population limit. If they have, we'll try and sell some of those at some point. Cows, doing okay. Sheep, doing okay. Horses. We had a lot of horses that we sold last time. There's a couple that are going to come in the next kind of 2-3 days. 2 or 3 days. Of in-game. So that's fine. Okay. And we're cultivating that. Which is going to take, we've still got a long way to go on cultivation. Long way to go on sowing. So yeah. We've got all of that field left to do. That to do in terms of harvesting. So again, I think, yeah, we might well be doing the contracts on dares and then stealing that field out from under him right at the last minute of this game to try and get that achievement, because it's an 11-hectare field and will help us no end. So yeah, so that's where we are going to leave it for today. I'm going to go to our credits screen. So thank you to all the people on YouTube.